Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mythic bringing you guys another video in the new setup. It is not fully complete, as you guys see. The background, she needs a little help. She needs some details done. Now, I don't know what I'm doing. The Mythic sign, gotta move that. I'm probably gonna move it over the bed. We got a Cardinals head coming. Hopefully I can fix the lighting, because right now it looks terrible. I know. Stay tuned. Stay with me. Let me go ahead and build this thing up. But this is what we're looking like for at least a little bit. So you're probably going to see a lot more edits and a lot less of me, a lot less of this face until I get that figured out. But this is the new setup, man, so hopefully you guys do like it. Hopefully it's not too much of a change and you guys still enjoy the content, man. But let's go ahead and talk about today's Broncos versus Cardinals preseason game, because it was pretty ugly. It wasn't a good one. Jacoby Brissett is literally the only bright spot. It's nice to have a veteran backup quarterback, and I had barely enough time to watch this game. Literally, as soon as everything was set up, shout out to Dad. It literally, after everything was set up, turned this game on, watched it, and we got obliterated, 7-27. But going back to Jacoby Brissett, literally the only player on this team worthy of any recognition. I mean, you could argue that no, there's really not a lot to argue. Jacoby Brissett, 6 for 8, threw a touchdown as well. Played pretty good football for us. Love what I saw from him. Have a veteran to finally back up Kyler, just like we had when Colt McCoy came in here and was able to win us some games. He came in Seattle, I believe. Came in here, had a nice little 3-game stretch. Colt McCoy kept us alive. If Jacoby Brissett ever has to go in the game, which hopefully he doesn't, knock on wood, but if he ever does have to go in the game, I am a lot more confident than I have ever been in having Jacoby Brissett, because now we have a competent backup. Now we have a guy where he has been so tenured for so long, played in places like New England, for example, was a Patriot, learned how to be a good quarterback. And he has been one of the best veterans and backups in the league for a long, long time. And he's continuing to prove why that veteran leadership is very important. So we have a quarterback that if Kyler Murray does go down, I'm not completely dead set on us losing the game. Now, if Clayton Tune comes into the game, we are in trouble. We have a lot more problems on our hands. If it ever gets to Clayton Tune, just put me down. I don't want to watch the game. For real. So hopefully that never has to come. The rushing attack, we couldn't get anything going. It was abysmal from almost every single running back. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the stats right now just to go ahead and back my analysis. But we got clapped up. This was an embarrassing loss, and we just couldn't get anything going. The offensive line kind of looked like trash once again. The backup line looked okay. They actually looked serviceable in the back end of last time. Before they got Jacoby rocked on the first drive, they looked serviceable towards the back end, in my opinion. A lot of people said the O-line depth sucked last week. I thought it was all right. And then we signed Will Hernandez, so I was a lot more confident about it. But after that performance today, kind of hurt me. It really did. It kind of hurt me to watch. So, yeah, the offensive line just couldn't get it going, man. They could not get it going. Clayton Tune got his stuff rocked a couple times, but also Clayton Tune's just not a good quarterback. He's pretty terrible himself. So let's go ahead and talk about these stats. Just go ahead and pull them up. Denver's passing attack. Can we talk about how they fried us real quick? Almost 400 yards combined from their passers in a game. We didn't even crack 100. Clayton Tune and Jacoby Brissett didn't crack 100. Jacoby Brissett only passed the ball 8 times, accumulated for 57 of those yards. Clayton Tune had 56. They're not mathing. Their math is not mathing. We absolutely passed for 100 yards, but for some reason the total says 99. 57 plus 56 is not 99. I might be a little challenged sometimes, but I know that math is not mathing. So definitely passed for over 100 yards, but barely. Jacoby Brissett was the only bright spot. But Jarrett Stidham and Sam Ehlinger, they threaded the needle today. They killed us. Jarrett Stidham, 16 of 23, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 sacks. None of their quarterbacks really had a ton of pressure. Sam Ehlinger took 1 sack on the day. Their total QB rating combined, their average was 126.2. They had 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, and both had over 10.1 as their average per completion. They threaded 240 and 162 yards. Just, they threaded. They did their thing. And then on the rushing, they had 167 total yards. ESPN, I don't know if I trust you, so we're going to go ahead and run down the stats, because you got that very, very wrong the first time. Jaleel McLaughlin, 3 carries, 48 yards, 0 touchdowns. Blake Watson, 10 for 34, had a very decent showcase, had the majority of the workload tonight, kind of had a decent outing. But Courtney Jackson came in here, 1 carry, 30 yards, popped that thing off. Wasn't expecting that. Estimate 9 for 20, Terrible outing by him. He is definitely a cut candidate. RJ Harvey, 3 for 18. Tyler, 4 for 14. And Sam Ehlinger, 2 for 3. So overall, their run game had 32 total carries and 167 yards, 5.2 average. Our linebackers and secondary looked like garbage. They just looked like trash. There was nothing that I can say besides trash. We did not look good. We did not look prepared. And it's nice that this is the preseason because this doesn't matter. It's not really indicative of anything. Like, the starters are going to play in a very well-designed offense, a better designed offense that hopefully Drew Petzing doesn't mess up and actually continues to thrive on and actually develops the pass game. We can get the pass game going, we'll be okay. We'll see what happens. But today, where we were at least supposed to run the ball, even if it's very vanilla offense, couldn't do it. That is supposed to be the strong suit, and we couldn't do it. Also, couldn't cover anybody, honestly. Pat Bryant, 4 for 70, 0 touchdowns, but Troy Franklin, MVP of the night tonight, 4 receptions, 67 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Killed us. Absolutely killed us. Like, you can continue to go on and on down this list, but those two guys had our number. And then Evan Ingram almost popped off for 60 yards before Will Johnson came and chased him down. 1 catch for 58 yards. We could not cover anybody. Because if we go down the list, it just continues to get bad. Michael Bandy, 3 for 33. Or 3 for 55. Caden Praiscorn, 3 for 52. No idea how to pronounce his name. Saw him in the game. But I'm not sure. Courtney Jackson, 2 for 32. Blake Watson, 4 for 20. Tyler Batty, once again, showing up. Didn't have a great game, 2 for 16. But, we couldn't cover anybody. And Simi Foku had 2 for 21 and a touchdown. That is about the highlight of the night. Xavier Weaver had a drop where it was thrown behind him. You could argue we should come down with that. For someone who's trying to make the roster, hit your hands. Got to come down with that. Tejon Palmer, very slow, can't separate, never does anything in preseason. Don't know how he's still on the team at this point, unfortunately. Just hasn't panned out. A lot of people didn't like the pick. I mean, he's basically a big tight end playing receiver. He's just not able to separate, not fast, and it's just not working. DJ Dallas and Amari DeMarcado, I think, are really competing for that RB3 spot. I think they're going to rock Amari just because he is a better pass protector and he can bust runs. Pause. But he is a better runner, I think, than DJ Dallas. He is faster, and he's a better pass protector. DJ Dallas has the edge in terms of being a return man. But on top of everything, I think it's going to go to Amari, and if they roster a fourth, it'll be DJ Dallas, especially because his contract has 2 years remaining. Michael Carter might be a cut candidate, so if he's gone, don't be surprised. I wouldn't be shocked. I want to see a lot more Bam Knight. Bam Knight is so interesting. I want him to get more carries. In training camp, he looked very fast, very explosive. The footwork was impeccable, and we just haven't played him a ton. It's kind of disappointing. Also, the highlight of today, or the star player, I guess you could say, was our punter. He was bombing 70 yards. He was bombing 65, like, consistent, routinely, and it's insane. When your MVP is your punter, it's kind of crazy. So you just got to rock with what you got to rock. But the defense, kind of terrible. I wasn't a fan of what I saw from our linebackers today. Our secondary got blitzed. We almost gave up probably close to 600 total yards. 400 plus 167. Yeah, we almost gave up close to 550? Am I mathing? That's about like 550 yards that we gave up. 555, 560, somewhere in that range. That's unacceptable. Unacceptable for your defense. I don't care if it's second and third stringers. You can't put that on the field. Now, this game doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I'm not pressed about it. The Broncos have been tearing it up in preseason. We beat the Chiefs. Not worried about preseason whatsoever. I'm really not. But there are some takeaways where it's like, hey, Jacoby Brissett is that quarterback veteran that we need. That is a bright spot. Defense. Bright spots. They're not really there today. They're really not there. I can't really say anything. I didn't see anything on tape where I was just like, dang, that guy shined today. We need help in the secondary. Cottrell Clark, Elijah Jones, and Denzel Burke are competing for those lower end corner spots. Let's see what happens. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but all those guys are competing. We need them to break out. I think DJ Dallas and DeMarcado are really going to fight for that RB3-4 spot. If they roster 4, they'll probably all make it. Michael Carter, I think, is kind of just done after tonight. Couldn't really get it going. 8 carries, 10 yards in the receiving game. Had 5 receptions, 19 yards. Just couldn't do anything. that was a terrible outing just overall. A lot of guys that you guys might like end up getting cut. If you like Clayton Tune, I think he's going to get cut or at least just be a practice squad guy. DJ Dallas, potentially the same thing. Michael Carter, I think, is for sure out of here. Everyone said give him a chance. I was team give him a chance too. And then he kind of got that chance today. And yeah, our running back room is a little crowded compared to what it typically is. So if he's gone, do not be surprised. But shout out to our punter, man. I love our punter. He was booting things. Blake Gillikin, love ya. Chad Ryland didn't really have a chance to do anything tonight. 1 for 1 on extra points. That was the end of his night. I like our special teams. He apparently hit a 72-yarder in pregame. You love to see that. But what you don't love to see is a scoreboard of 7-27. That sucks, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Let me know your takeaways down in the comment section below. But with that being said, that is going to wrap it up. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL content. So if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. Hopefully you guys like the setup, man. Finally in Texas. Appreciate every single one of you guys who wish me blessings and just continue to show support. And I appreciate every single comment. I saw them. I might not have been able to respond to all of them just yet. I have been super busy moving, had a lot of things to do, but we're kind of situated now. So I will make sure to respond to those in the videos or in the comments today. So appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Hopefully you guys like the new setup. Let's see what it turns into, man. But appreciate you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.